like this kind of freelancer website to to find clients.
Mm-hmm.
What's your take on it?
Oh, freelancer
Like how
websites
effective is it?
to
Yeah,
find clients. Oh, I didn't.
yeah.
Um. Well, the thing is, they can work, but you're gonna be with competition that has a lot more experience and a lot more. Um. There's a lot more. They just have a lot more experience than you. So with that, you kind of have to find the low hanging fruit first that is more willing to work with you and kind of bite the bullet on that. Then you can move up to more respective clients. So for example, I was able to get a job through Upwork, and it only paid me like 30 US dollars, but it gave me experience and it gave me also a testimonial as well. So what I do is like with sites on like Upwork, I can even I think it would be easier if I showed you.
Also, when it comes to LinkedIn, what's your take on that?
Personally, I haven't used LinkedIn, but I want to start using it because I've seen people get good results from it. Um, I think LinkedIn is good. I think, you can take the same strategies that I'm teaching you and do it
Yeah,
on
because
LinkedIn.
all the time they've been offering me a free month,
Oh,
a free month.
for
Yeah,
the
they've been sending me
sales
a lot of
navigator.
messages for
So
yeah for the paid one for free, for me
um
to test it for free. But since I don't know the strategies, I have not
yeah.
I've not responded to it.
No, yeah, 100%. With LinkedIn, like with LinkedIn messaging, it's the same exact type of thing. And make sure your profile in this case can serve as your website. So, make sure your profile is professional. You post some content about what you do and like how you help other car dealerships. It's the same strategies like with cold messaging and cold emailing. It's just you have your profile there that most people are, then you don't have to post a website. They're gonna click on your profile and then see what you're about and then call it a schedule a meeting with you. But it's the same strategies. So with the LinkedIn message, you're just trying to start a conversation to get a reply, and then you can lead it on to the message. It's the same exact format. It's just the medium, like whether it's LinkedIn messaging, Facebook, Twitter, cold emailing, video outreach. The medium matters in some case, whether or not they're gonna actually see your message or not. But overall, the framework is the same. Start a conversation, and then from that conversation, you book a meeting. Can you see it now?
Yeah, I can see. I
Okay.
can see it now.
So one thing that I do, so once you fill out your profile and everything, is when I talk about the low hanging fruit, where is it? So let's say looking at Facebook ads, search you is I mess with these filters here. So that way it's as easy as possible for me to get a job. So I'll show you once this loads. Because what most people do is just they search through jobs and like the thing is like I've hired people from Upwork. If they say that they're looking for an expert, they're not looking at a profile who's made zero money and $0 and stuff. Oh, here. I guess they moved it. So you could do this filter by section. So you can say experience level. You want to choose on entry if you don't have any experience with doing it. Client hires don't really need. Number of proposals. I always try to click on less on five because there's not much competition, and the earlier you send your proposal, the better. So this one would be actually no, this one might be too high, but you can see that there's a lot of different jobs of people who they're looking for entry level people, so they don't expect you to have much experience with running Facebook ads.
Okay.
So and then less than five proposals, so that means there's less competition. Um, the rest of the stuff doesn't really matter unless you want to make sure of it. But then you can just go in, you apply to these jobs, and I made a video about it on my YouTube channel on like the message script that I use to get a job. So yeah, you can like literally apply to this job, and less than five proposals mean that the person hasn't gotten a lot of proposals yet. And then how people look at proposals, because this is what I personally did, is what they do is they see the first couple of proposals and then they compare it. Then any other proposal they get is they compare it to that one good proposal. So for example, if if as soon as I post a job, I get three proposals. Out of that three, I really like one. I'm gonna have that bias to that one, and then every other proposal that comes along is gonna be compared to that one proposal. But the thing is, when I'm looking at other proposals and comparing it, I'm still seeing Joshua's name over and over and over again. So I'm more likely to choose his proposal overall. And you form a little bit of a bias when you look at other people's proposals, and even there are some cases where their proposal might slightly be better, but simply because since you put yours first, they're comparing it to you, and yours just always is just gonna seem better, and you're gonna be one of the people who they choose to interview for the most part.